Welcome back, everybody. Sive Morten here with the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Let's take a look again on the gold market. So you can see what is going on here. Market even showing the acceleration, ignoring totally the overbought and so on. But in the current circumstances, it's normal because the major driving factor is not the technicals or some classical market drivers, but this is really the games of the big whales. So the central banks, large ETFs, hedge funds, and so on. And of course, the public as well. So when there's really big processes starting, so it's nobody cares about the technicals and so on. That's why it's very difficult to make the forecast on the gold in the short term, especially for day-by-day trading. It's currently difficult. What we actually could do, so you could see that market is breaking out of the channel. It means that our tactics has been adjusted in the current situation, and we have to prepare something else because we can't follow anymore with this tendency. It's retracing back to the tops, right, that we have followed in the recent 2 weeks. But at the same time, we're coming to very important points. As you know from our weekly reports, that all-time top target that we are considering is 41.20. This is all-time 1618 extension on the gold market. And take a look, market is coming very close. Yes, they already said that this target will work and as a magnet, so it will attract gold market, and hardly it will show any big retracement until it will be reached. Still, we do not know what impact will be of this target on the performance. By the all means and by logic, it should be a significant retracement. But who knows when this impact of the strong demand from the central banks and running to the safe haven out of the fiat currencies will stop, or at least it will be saturated at some point, reach some limit. It's impossible to say. We just hope that we have only one beacon currently. It's 41.20 target, and we still hope that some reaction will be there. So what we're going to do in the current circumstances where we stand in a day-by-day trading. So here we will apply, well, the tactics that I very rare to use only when I have to, in such a circumstance that we have here, and we do not have any other tools to make a forecast. This is DeMark tools for the breakout of the trend lines. And DeMark tells that when the market is breaking some trend line, it usually goes in the direction of the breakout at the same distance it will stand on a retracement below the trend line. So since we're talking about the breakout of the resistance, we will take in this distance and count it in the point of the breakout to the upside. So currently it gives us the 41 target, which is actually by the monthly means and quarterly chart means it's mostly the same, 41, 41.20. So it means that here this market is coming on the final distance right to the target. The market will fall. That's what we could keep an eye on currently. If you would like to apply the same strategy as we use here, you probably will have to drop your time frame even more, somewhere to the 15-minute chart, I suppose, or maybe 30-minute chart. And you could use the same strategy, but with the smaller scale. For instance, you could use the small stress and top protection. Here you probably easily will be able to recognize this channel here, right? And watching there for some same minor pullbacks, trying to take the position with the possible upward continuation. But this time frame will be very small for a day-by-day analysis that we usually apply, because we will not be in time to inform you with the possible position taken and so on. It will be very short term. But you could try to use the same tactics as we were using here. That's the first strategy that you could follow. Second is take a look. Here we still have good thrusting upward action on the 4 time frame chart. It's a bit now flatted just because I flattened the chart that to show you the target. But if you just consider it as it stands, it's not really bad thrust. And for a pullback to the 30% support, it still could be used for a possible momentum trade on the long side, some retracement. Finally, a third thing that you could try to identify the same momentum trades on the longer time frames. For example, on hourly chart, the most recent upward action is also not bad thrust. And you could use a retracement down from this minor upward thrusting action as well for possible considering a scalp long positions. So that in the current circumstances, that's the only thing that we could do for day-by-day trading. because we do not have any really significant patterns to rely on. Market just thrusting and thrusting up, and more or less big patterns might appear only when some big retracement starts. In this case, we could get really big reversal patterns. We could get a lot of different subjects for trading on the intraday charts, even on the high time frames. But until this happened, the only things that we could do is to follow some minor things on intraday charts with the minor targets. That's probably all that stand in our arsenal right now. So that's all for now. Let's keep watching, and let's see if it's really intriguing what will happen around 4120 area.